One of the most often asked questions about spiritual journey is regarding the divine grace. Many practitioners keep asking this question. They say, how do we receive the divine grace, or how do we know that we are even receiving the divine grace or not? Or they also ask the question many times, am I even eligible to receive the divine grace? See, I would like to say answer this thing in a very simple language. I'll give an analogy rather. Probably it will make you understand it much more better. When someone receives sunlight, is the sun going to show any partiality to that person? The sunlight is being showered, the sun rays are falling on the planet Earth, on the entire plant kingdom as well as the animal kingdom equally. Sunlight is not showing any partiality to someone. It's a different thing if someone doesn't want to come out of the house. Obviously, how will he receive the sunlight? Sunlight doesn't cost you. You just have to receive it. And as you all are aware, human beings are inhabiting the planet Earth in all regions. Let's say if the planet Earth is like a sphere, all around the globe, human beings are inhabiting it. And the Mother Earth even rotates on its axis. Why? So that the sunlight falls on all of the creatures, or rather, the entire lot gets an equal opportunity to manufacture the food. As you all are aware, food is manufactured by the plants directly from the sunlight, and animals get their food when they eat the plants. And some gentlemen who are who don't like to eat plant food, they like to eat only the meat and flesh. They depend on the herbivores. So ultimately the food is coming from the sunlight only. But if someone doesn't want to receive the sunlight, doesn't leave this room, always indoors, how will he receive the sunlight? If that sunlight doesn't fall on your skin, you will end up with even vitamin D deficiency also. Same story here. When we say that how to receive the divine grace, the divine is not showing any partiality to anyone. You seek it, you get it. Let me give you another very famous example. I read long back in one of the book written by the sage Shankaracharya. I think the name of the book is a commentary on Gita Bhashya, I think. He gives a very interesting example in that. There are two people who are shivering in the cold, and there is a fire raging in the distance. One person trusts the fire. He thinks that the fire is going to remove the cold for him. He is going to be free from the misery of cold, and he starts walking towards it. Each step he takes towards the fire, the warmth instantly starts entering the body. And the other gentleman who doesn't believe in that, fire, he continues to shiver in the cold. He is not freed from his problem. That's the basic idea premise here. Unless someone is seeking the power, how will he get it? I can give a number of examples. I can give a number of analogies. But the point remains the same. You are sailing a boat. You don't have a motor. You are dependent on the wind power. You know that you have to raise the sail in such a way that you get the wind power to push your boat ahead. You have to change the direction of the sail in such a way that you get the benefit of the wind power pushing your boat forward. Winds are flowing all over the ocean. It is up to the sailor how he is going to erect the sail and receive that wind power. Just like the sunlight is falling on everyone equally. It depends on the person how he is going to receive the sun power, whether he wants to receive it or not. That is the question. So this is one thing very important. Everyone should question himself or herself internally. Are they seeking the divine grace or not? If that question is answered, you get it. Because divine grace is free. It doesn't cost you. God doesn't cost you. You seek it, you get it. Now the question comes, what do we do about it? Sunlight, fine. As I said, you just walk out into the sunlight, you expose your body to the sunlight, fine, understandable. But how do you receive the something known as divine grace, which is intangible, which you can't see? Well, the answer is, in a nutshell, definitely you can't order it. Divine grace being all powerful, all conscious. Obviously, you can't order the divine power. Before you even seek the divine power, the divine already knows whether you are seeking it or not, or whether you, what is the intention behind seeking the divine grace. In good olden days, all the great Rakshas or the demons, they used to meditate a lot and receive the blessings of Lord Shiva, and they used to seek the boons, and they used to meditate because they wanted seek certain boons. Not that maybe they may be having the devotion and they may be seeking the grace of Lord Shiva and all that, but the intention is boons. So it depends upon, again, what intention is the person is seeking. The divine instantly knows. But then one thing is for sure, divine being all powerful, divine being all knowing, it instantly knows what is the intention behind your seeking the divine grace. So you have to understand that, and therefore definitely whatever you may do, you can't order it as you wish. Okay, if that be so, what else you can do about it? Same thing, just like the same, the old ancient sages, or the demons, they used to do. You only take the necessary precautionary steps. What you need to do, you close your eyes, and start praying whichever god or goddess you want to pray. Whether you get the grace or not, it is not in your hand. You can only sit and pray for the grace. With the analogy of when you go to bed, what happens? You can't switch off your sleep, yourself into deep sleep just like that. All that you can do is ensure that the room is cool and all there are no mosquitoes around. And then most importantly, stop seeing Netflix or television, and then close your eyes so that the rapid eye movement starts and the mind slowly starts drifting into the sleep state. That's all anyone can do about it. You can't order the sleep. So same is the case with when you seeking the divine grace, you take the necessary steps. You seek it. Ensure that the mind is constantly tied down to the idea of seeking the grace. Now, the many people, if you really question, they question themselves from the bottom of their heart. Half of them, they know that they are only trying to fake it. You see, you must have seen so many people going to temples and visiting various gods and goddesses. They carry a list with them. Oh God, give me this, give me that. I want this. My business should prosper. My son should pass the exam, complete the exam. But what not? My daughter should get married. My wife should get freed from the health problems. We have a whole lot of list. So, where is the divine grace being sought here? You're only seeking solution to your problems, worldly problems. You're seeking relief. Question yourself, how many are really seeking the divine grace? They're only seeking relief. Now, question if you ask them, they say, now what do if there's some gentlemen, they will say, no, what do you mean by seeking divine grace? What God is what is some second person who is going to obviously I'm ready to seek. I will ask for any amount of money, tons of money. Let the God give me. I don't mind. No, God is not there to dish you out money here. And then people will say, no, what is the use of God for me? If God doesn't give me money, God doesn't give me anything, what is the use of God for me? That means as far as they are concerned, they are only, God is of useful to them only, if God is going to give them money. Otherwise, God let him be in his place somewhere standing or sitting in the temple. That's because there is a kind of a half-hearted attempt even within the logic of earthly logic also. So you see, you are trying to achieve some goal, even materialistic point of view. You want to pass an exam, you want to profits in your business. You know how much one has to struggle for it. Even to get this normal materialistic benefits also, we struggle so much. Now, what to speak of that when it comes to the divine grace? How much should be the focus of the mind, and also the sincerity within the heart, especially when we speak about the divine grace, divine power, and we also keep hearing, at least whether people are conscious about it or not, whether people experienced it or not, but at least definitely they must have heard that God must be knowing everything. If God knows everything, therefore, then He also knows that you are trying to fake the surrender to Him. This is the point to understand. As Lord Krishna says in Gita, There are four categories of people who seek God, who seek the divine grace. Let me tell it in the reverse order. I'll come to the last category first, who seek the God. Lord Krishna says they are the wise. The wise people, they know that if there is anything else to be sought in this materialistic world, it is only Lord Krishna. So they seek Lord. They know that it is only the God's grace which is worthy enough to be sought. So their minds are very clear and there is absolute clarity in their mind. So they seek God. And another category, that is the third category from the top, and second category from the bottom, is those seekers of knowledge. Those who are trying to seek clarity on this, trying to make a sense out of all this materialistic pursuits, divine pursuits, trying to make a sense of what scriptures are saying, what the philosophies are saying, and all that. They are also seeking the God. Only thing is their minds are not clear. They are only seeking clarity within them, their own mind. These called, you can say that they are at least smart people. They are smart in the sense they know that they suspect that world is not all as it is appears. There must be something, the underlying asset beneath all this worldly experience, the underlying issue must be something else. So they go about trying to figure it out rather. So we can say that they are smart people. Their mind has been focused on the right thing to pursue. So they have started searching for the knowledge. And then you have something known as what do you call super smart. They are the super smart variety of people. Now the super smart, they are not interested in any God. They are interested in only one thing, that is money, accumulation of wealth. Because they know that whatever has to happen in this world, it is all going to be by the grace of goddess of wealth. Well, they are not lying. In a way, they are also they are telling the truth also. So they are only interested in accumulation of the wealth. Now Krishna says they are also actually seeking him only in a way. Only thing they don't know it yet. And he says he will do a special favor to them. All those people who are seeking money and who want to accumulate wealth, Krishna says he does a special favor to them by removing all their money one day. That's how the divine grace is going to fall on them. That's it. That's the thing what the people want. So be it. Yeah, God will do a special favor to them by removing all the money one day. And of course, the last category of people are there. They are the poor people who have been always, what do you call, I also, like maybe I identify with them probably. I also don't know what divine grace is, what God is, but they are only seeking relief from the worldly misery. So many worldly problems all around, debts, enemies, people who are trying to cheat them, suffering from diseases, all kinds of problems. And people who are seeking relief from those problems, in a way, they are also appealing to some power that is unknown. As that power which is unknown, that unknown power is nothing but the divine only. In a way, they are also seeking the divine. So these are the four people who are seeking the divine. People who are trying to free themselves from misery, people who are in search of knowledge, people who are wise, and the super smart of all those who want to accumulate money and wealth, they are also searching, seeking the divine grace only. So this all I wanted to talk to you about today, about the seeking of the divine grace. Divine grace is free. Those who seek it, they get it. It's free of cost. Only thing is they need to seek it. That's the most important thing. And second thing, they need to be truthful from the bottom of the heart. It is as simple as that. And they need to have also clarity as to why they are seeking it, in which way they are trying to seek it. That's it. And I'm sure all of you must be smart enough, so you don't have to wait, no, wherein the circumstances in the world or the ecosystem around you, they force you to seek God. You don't need to wait for that. I'm sure you're all smart enough that you know what is the worthy enough to be pursued. It's not even money, because if you try to pursue money, one day it is a foregone conclusion that Krishna is going to take it away from you. So the smartest thing to pursue is Krishna himself. So therefore, seek him. Seek his grace. Seek the divine grace. Call him Lord Krishna, call him by any name, whatever you want. Whether it's gods or goddesses, it doesn't matter. But seek the grace sincerely, truthfully from the bottom of your heart, because that's the only thing to be sought. And what happens when the grace falls upon you? Now, this is the last part of our today's my talk. The moment the divine grace falls upon a human being, he starts freeing the human being from the trap of karma. The moment the divine grace falls upon a person, the karma starts disintegrating itself, and the person becomes more and more and more free. Because the freedom is everything here. That's the important thing to understand. And what happens once you get the freedom? We'll discuss about it when we get there. But first, free yourself. Freedom is what matters here. Freedom from the karma. So that's all I wanted to talk to you today about the receiving of the divine grace. I'll call it the grace of the Guru, because ultimately the divine grace, God is not going to manifest out of thin air. Even if He manifests right in front of you, also you won't be able to recognize in any case, because during the time of Mahabharata, how many people have not seen Lord Krishna roaming on the streets? How many did recognize him, that he was none other than the God? How many people didn't see Lord Ram roaming on the streets of Ayodhya or in various parts of the country? Who saw him in the body of flesh and blood? And how many could recognize him? Similarly, I'm sure the great incarnations who manifested in various parts of the earth, during that time, when they were very much in their flesh and blood, so many people must have seen them. And how many people have actually realized that they were the incarnations of the divine. So therefore, this is the thing to ponder about. And that's all I wanted to talk to you. And once the divine grace falls upon, the karma starts melting. That's what the thing is. And the person is become is free from all afflictions. Because the spirit which is at the core of the human being is none other than the same divine which he has been seeking all the time. So there is no actually power as such coming from outside into the human being. The person is only trying to manifest the divinity from within. How can he do that? Remove the dirt which is in the front, and that is what we call it as karmic dust. Remove the karma, remove the karmic dust, and the divinity is manifested out. So that's all I think today about the divine grace. We will dive more into such topics in future. All the best to you all.